interesting names over in League One's playoff spots right here, right now. But will they still be there after this coming match day? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at, of course, match day number 8. That's right, over in League One, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back and say all things League One related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof. That's right, we're coming at you with league, with match number 8, of course. Match number 7 was postponed. The majority of the games, we're talking about 75% of the games, were postponed. So we didn't bother doing that one, and we're going to probably have to come back whenever those games come around again. So we're going to go into match day number 8, of course, for the games starting from September the 16th. So let's get into it. And of course, this is a bit of a shorter video than typical because I'm recording this ahead of time. And also there's probably going to be about 5 games between these, well, the previous results that we showed, and of course the ones that are on the screen right here, right now. But before we get into the deep end, a bit of a disclaimer. Stop right there, of course. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to provide you with the results from the last weekend's matches because I'm going to be out and a body blout. So just want to make sure that you do have a prediction video ready so you can continue providing with your updates, whether it's via the Super Brew or via our own custom-made prediction league. So make sure you continue to do what you do. And of course, we'll bring you the best video that we can, even though we're recording it ahead of time. Of course, things will be back to normal very, very soon. But until then, let's carry on. So now, of course, you know what's going on right here, right now on the channel. I am on the road, or we're going to be on the road very, very soon. We're going to take a look at those games that do take place on match day number 8, of course, September the 16th and beyond. So let's get cracking and have a look at these. This is, of course, the link to the prediction league, which, of course, I'm not bringing you bang up to date with because of what's gone on with everything else. So a lot of confusion here, a lot of mess. But we'll be back to normality very, very soon, of course. Blame the international break on this one. So let's get into it with Derby. They're going to be taking on Portsmouth of this coming match day on September the 16th. Now, these two sides, again, played each other 17 times in 1983. 7 wins for Derby, 5 wins for Pompey, 5 draws, of course. Derby, biggest win over Portsmouth, 3-0 win, scoring 28 goals in 17 games, 1.65 goals game ratio. Up against Portsmouth, their biggest win, 6-2 win, scoring 26 goals in 17 games, 1.53 goals game ratio. They're on 67% form right now, Portsmouth, just one defeat past 6. They're in 5th of the table, 12 points on the board, up against the Derby side, who are in 10th. 9 points, about 50% form for them heading into this last time round at Pride Park. It was a 1-1 draw back in April 2023. Again, on the weekend of September the 16th, the odds here 6-5 for Derby, 11-5 is your away win, 12-5 is the draw. We are going with 2-0 win. Derby on this one, 3 points in the bag, and away they go. Next up, we have Exeter City, who've done okay so far this year. Up against Cheltenham, who, of course, are not doing great at all. Played each other 20 times in 2012, 10 wins for Exeter, 7 wins for Cheltenham. We got 3 draws as well. Exeter's biggest win, 7-0 win, goodness gracious me, 37 goals scored in 20 games, 1.85 goals game ratio. Up against Cheltenham, their biggest win, 3-0 win, 28 goals scored in 20 games, 1.40 goals game ratio. They're on 8% form at Cheltenham. They're in a bit of problems here, just 24th in the table. Exeter, though, flying high, top of the table as of recording. I think they've even got a game in hand, or they'll be playing another game in the middle of all this. 75% form for them as of recording, winning 4 on the bounce. And last round, though, at Exeter, there was a 1-0 win for Cheltenham, so give them some hope on this one. Like I said, between now and this game right here, right now, they will take on Exeter will take on Leyton Orient. They're expected to win that game. It's over in Exeter, so they could be even further ahead in, of course, the League One title race right here, right now. We're taking a look at the odds for this one. We have a 5-4 on is your Exeter kills, 5-2 is the draw, and 7-2 is your away win. We are going 3-1 win for Exeter. They look good right now, and let's see if they can maintain that push throughout the season. Barnsley up against Burton Albion, of course, over at the Oakwell. Now, these two sides, according to my eyes, have played each other around about 11 times, 2014, 4 wins for Barnsley, 3 for Burton, 4 draws as well. Barnsley, biggest win over Burton, 5-0 win, scoring 16 goals in 11 games, 1.45 goals game ratio. Up against Burton, their biggest win over Barnsley, 3-1 win, scoring 10 goals in 11 games, 0.91 goals game ratio. Burton, of course, are in 22nd spot, 2 points on the board, 17% form for them right now, without a win in at least 6 games. Barnsley, back-to-back wins, 42% form for them. They're up to 8th again in 10 points on the board right here, right now. Last time around at Oakwell, 2-0 win for Barnsley back in December 17th, 2022. The odds, though, for this, we have an 13-8 on your Barnsley, 14-5 is the draw, and 9-2 2 is your away win here. 2-0 win for Barnsley on this one. Takes it to the house. 3 points in the bag and away they go. Next up we have Reading up against Bolton Wanderers. Bit of a zinger at the Matchday this time around. 2 pre-season promotion hopefuls. One's doing all right. One's doing absolutely dog shit. Reading though, coming at you. 19 times they played each other since 1995 and 7 wins for Reading. 6 wins for Bolton. 6 draws, of course. Reading's biggest win over Bolton. 7-1 wins, scoring 29 goals in those 19 games. 1.53 goals game ratio. Up against Bolton, 3-0 win their biggest. 25 goals scored in those 19 games. 1.32 goals game ratio. Bolton, of course, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 4. Up against Reading, 3 wins in the last 6. 50% form for them. They're in 18th with 5 points on the board. Bolton are in 2nd as of recording. 13 points on the board right here, right now. Bolton picked up a 1-0 win last time out at the Matchday. Of course, they are actually unbeaten over the last 4, picking 1 win and 3 draws. Quick look at these guys. So between this game and the next, we're looking at what we're looking at here. Reading are going to take on Cambridge. That's on a Monday night. That may or may not have. That's probably happened already by the time this video goes out. But regardless, heading into this one, we're going to take a look at the odds. 13-5 is your Reading, 5-2 draw. Even Stevens is your Bolton here. Going to go with a 2-1 win on the road for Bolton. They are the real deal. That's right. Meanwhile, Stevens up against Charlton, bit of a zinger as well. Charlton hitting a bit of form at late. At least 1 win anyway. Played each other 5 times in 2011. Just 1 win for Stevenage, 4 wins for Charlton, and 0 draws as well. Stevenage, managed by Steve Evans, are 3rd in the table. 13 points on the board, 58% form for them right now. However, just 1 win in 4. Their biggest win, their only win over Charlton was a 1-0 win, scoring 7 goals though in 5 games, 1.40 goals game ratio. Charlton's biggest win over Stevenage, 8-0 win, scoring 18 goals in those 5 games, 3.6 goals game ratio. You don't see that very often, but they're in 16th spot right now with just 6 points on the board and 17% form right now. Last time around at Stevenage, it was that 8-0 win for Charlton. It was in the EFL Trophy. However, last time I picture in the league at Stevenage was back in 2011. It was a 1-0 win for the hosts. So let's give them some respect there. Of course, the odds right here right now, 5-4 is your Stevenage, 12-5 is the draw. 21-10 is your Charlton, who do, despite winning, are in a lot of hard work trouble. Stevenage, though, 2-0 win for me. Taking a win. Away they go. Fleetwood Town. I mean, it's Oxford United, of course, coming at you this coming weekend, on the 16th anyway. Played each other 17 times since 2013. 10 wins for Fleetwood, 4 for Oxford, 3 draws, of course. Fleetwood, 3-0 win their biggest, scoring 29 goals in those 17 games, 1.71 goals game ratio. 0% form, they are in trouble. Scott Brown's boys just 1 point on the board right now. Up against Oxford, of course, 67% form for them, winning 4 of the last 5. 3-1 win their biggest, 16 goals scored in 17 games, 0.94 goals game ratio. Of course, last round at Fleetwood, 2-1 win for Oxford back in January 2023, actually. Oxford unbeaten over Fleetwood over the last 5, breaking up 4 wins and a draw to boot. The odds for this, we have Fleetwood 11-5 for the victory, 12-5 is draw, 6-5 is your away win. Fleetwood are in trouble. Oxford are doing A-OK right now. Next up, we have Lincoln City up against Carlisle United, coming at you at Sincilbank. That's right, coming at you 16th of September as well. Played each other 13 times, 2002, 6 wins for Lincoln, 4 wins for Carlisle. We've got 3 draws as well. Lincoln, managed by Mark Kennedy, of course, 4-1 win, biggest. What is that noise? 4-1 win, the biggest. 22 goals scored in 13 games. 1.69 goals game ratio. They are unbeaten in the last 6 games. 7th in the table. 11 points on the board. 83% form for them right now. Carlisle, though, managed by Paul Simpson. 5-4, their biggest win. 13 goals scored in 13 games. 1 goal game average. Just 1 win in the last 6, though. 19th for the table. 5th. 5 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, at Lincoln, 2-0 win. It was for Lincoln back in December 2018. That was in the FA Cup. Last time I played in the league, though, at Sincilbank, it was a 2-2 draw back in October, same year. Last time around, let's take a look at the odds then. 11-10 is your, of course, your Lincoln. 13-5 is your Carlisle. 9-4 is the draw. Lincoln are up there as well. 2-0 win for them. And again, 3 massive points as they move up the table. Next up, we have Peterborough up against Leyton Orient, coming at you the 16th of December as well. Played each other 14 times since 2005. 6 wins to Peterborough, 5 wins to Leyton Orient, 3 draws, of course. Posh, biggest win for them. 3-0 win, scoring 24 goals in 14 games, 1.71 goals game ratio. Up against the Orient, 3-1 win, their biggest. 20 goals scored in 14 games, 1.43 goals game ratio. 25% form for Leyton Orient right now. They're just 1 win in 6. They are 20 for the table, 4 points on the board. Meanwhile, Peterborough down to 13th, 9 points on the board, 3 wins of the last 6. That's 50% form for them right now. Last time around, over at Peterborough is a 1-0 win for Posh. That was in League One back in March 2015. Meanwhile, Posh for the victory here, 6-4 on for the victory, 14-5 is the draw, 4-1 is your long shot. So we're going to go Peterborough here, 3-1 win, back in the mixer, and Leyton Orient taking the L. Next up, we have Port Vale up against Northampton Town. That's right, come out at Vale Park. Now, these two sides played each other 22 times since 2002. We've got 8 wins for Vale, 7 wins for Northampton, 7 draws. Of course, Vale 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 28 goals in 22 games, 1.27 goals game ratio. Up against Northampton Town, their biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 27 goals in 22 matches, 1.23 goals game ratio. Northampton Town in 15th, 7 points on the board, 42% form right now, just one defeated past 4. Port Vale, though, flying high, 4th in the table. Crosby's got them cooking, 4 wins on the bounce. Wow. Of course, last round, though, over at Vale Park, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2022. That was in League 2. The odds, Vale, even Stevens for the victory. 11-4 is your way win. 12-5 is the draw here. Gonna go with Vale. Turn the corner here. They look the real deal as well. Next up, we have Shrewsbury down against Bristol. Bloody Rovers, of course, coming at you at Gay Meadow. Didn't they I just read that, or not that just renamed it, but have they renamed it? It's not Gay Meadow no more. Played 23 times since 2003 with 8 wins for Shrewsbury, 9 wins for Bristol Rovers, and 6 draws, of course. Shrewsbury, biggest win for them, 4-0 win, scoring 24 goals in 23 games, 1.04 goals game ratio against the visitors, of course, who have picked up a 2-0 win, their biggest, 22 goals scored in 23 games, 0.96 goals game ratio. The visitors, 33% form for them, just 1 win in 6, 17 for the table, 6 points on the board. Against the Shrews, 14 for the table, 9 points on the board, 2 wins in the last 6 games, 33% form. Shrewsbury, last round, 2-1 win for them back in May 2023. Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, the odds 9-5 is your Shrewsbury, 6-4 is your Bristol Rovers, 9-4 is the draw. Gonna go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. Take it to the bank. Next up, we have Wigan Athletic up against Cambridge United at the DW. That's right, coming at you 16th of September. Played each other 2 times to 2021. 1 win for Cambridge, 1 draw, nothing for Wigan. Of course, Wigan just scored 3 goals in those 2 games, 1.50 goals game ratio. Against Cambridge, of course, biggest win for them, 2-1 win. That's their only win. Scoring 4 goals in those 2 games, 2 goals a game average. On 50% form right now, Cambridge won 3, lost 3, down to 11th in the table, 9 points on the board. Wigan got 2 points legitimately, 42% form for them. Back-to-back defeats though, 21st to the table, or with the old points deduction and all that nonsense. Of course, coming at you though, last round at the DW, 2-1 win it was for Cambridge back in April 2022. Wigan coming at you with the odds here, 5-6-5 on for the victory, 5-2 is your 10-3 is your away win here. We're going Wigan, 2-0 win for them, bounce back ability, and I think we're just about there. Wycombe Wanderers up against Blackpool coming at you at Adams Park. Played each other 10 times to turn 3, but 2 wins for Wycombe, 3 for Blackpool, 5 draws, of course. Wycombe, 2-1 win, their biggest, scoring 13 goals in those 10 games, 1.30 goals game ratio. Up against Blackpool, 3-0 win, their biggest, 16 goals scored in those 10 games, 1.6 goals a game ratio. Of course, the Tangerines in 12th right now, 9 points at the board, 42% form for them, just 1 win though in 6. Up against Wycombe, of course, in 9th, 10 points at the board, 58% form, 1 defeat in the past 5. They are also cooking a little bit as well. Last round at Wycombe, 2-1 win it was for the Wanderers. And of course, come at you the bookies odds. We have Wycombe 6-4 for the victory, 9-5 is your Blackpool, and 9-4 is the draw. Tight one here, going to go with a draw as well. 1-1 apiece, and a point apiece as well. This is my picks, of course, for this match day. So make sure you get yours in there as well with the prediction league, which is that. Again, I cannot show you the table because there's a lot of games going to go on before and after this. So we'll come back. We'll come back very, very soon, of course, when we're back from our travels. And of course, back to normality. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell, and I'll see you soon for the next one.